My channel. As you can see by the title, I have my first prom tutorial for you. Although this can also be worn for like a fun girls' night out or party makeup kind of thing, I wanted to start it off with something bright and colorful, and I feel like a purple smoky eye looks so beautiful on all different skin tones as well as all eye colors, so it can kind of reach out to a lot of different people. And all the products I did use in this video are very affordable products and very budget friendly, so that is always a bonus. All the products in the video too, I back 100%. I've been using them all for a long time and I think they are amazing. So I would never show you anything that I didn't completely love. Let's jump into the tutorial, and if you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and of course subscribe to my channel. I would love that so much, and let's get started. It's prom season, or whenever you want to wear this makeup season. I'm just going to first prime my skin as always so my makeup lasts all night and it doesn't budge. This is the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Light Infusing Primer. I love this primer. It's so much like MAC Strobe Cream except for it's a primer as well, so it's kind of like a two-in-one. I'm just going to apply that to all the high points of my face and then blend it in just using clean fingers. And since my skin is so dry, I'm going to just spritz my makeup with the L'Oreal Makeup Setting Spray to add a little bit more hydration to the skin. For foundation, I'm going to use one of my favorite drugstore foundations. It is the Revlon Colorstay Whipped Foundation. I said foundation a lot there. I'm just going to dot this all over my face. My skin is pretty dry, so I just wanted to mix in a little bit of the Maybelline Fit Me. This is the Dewy one because I have dry skin. It's just going to add a little bit more radiance to the skin and not make the foundation look dry because no one likes dry looking foundation. For prom, it is super important to stay away from an SPF. I would keep it under 15 just so you don't get that white cast in flash photography, which can happen if the SPF is too high in your foundation or if you're wearing sunscreen. To cancel out the blemishes on my skin, because I do have some scarring around my mouth area and then a lot of shadowing in the inner corners of my eyes, and then around my nose I have some redness. So I'm just going to cover that up using my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Fair. A lot of people use this concealer for highlighting, but it's pretty close to my skin tone and this is the lightest shade, so it works really great for blemishes. And I'm going to blend that out with my damp beauty blender. I would say it's about a medium to full buildable coverage concealer and it works great. It's very creamy and I like the consistency a lot. I'm going to use that same concealer to prime my lids for shadow. If you prime your lids for shadow, your eyeshadow is going to last a lot longer and go on a lot smoother. And now I'm going in with my absolute favorite makeup setting powder ever. I literally use this powder every day. It's my absolute favorite. And this is the Rimmel Stay Matte Press Powder. I'm also going to set those eyelids too, so my eye base isn't tacky and the shadows blend a lot easier. The first shade I'm going in with is the color Bill by Colourpop. I'm just going to add that along the upper crease, back and forth in windshield wiper motions using my Sigma E40. This is going to serve as a transition color, which is going to ensure all the other shadows blend really nicely together. Now I'm going in with Makeup Geek Shadow in Wisteria. Makeup Geek makes amazing quality shadows. I would say even better quality than MAC eyeshadows for $5.99 a pan. They are amazing and they offer shipping worldwide for very affordable prices, so they are a great company. I'm just going to use my MAC 217 to blend that in my crease, and now I am picking up the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette. This became available again recently, which is awesome. It is a really affordable palette and the shadows are amazing. I'm just going to pop that first color all over my lid, and it's nice and shimmery, so it's perfect for a special occasion or prom. Now I'm just going to pick up that Wisteria color and just buff out any harsh lines that might be in my crease between the two colors. This next shade I'm going in with is by Colourpop, and it is a beautiful royal purple. It's called Lace, and it's a pearlized finish, so it has that iridescent pearl-like finish and shine to it. And I'm going to map out where I'm putting it first, just keeping it really low in the crease underneath that Wisteria color and Bill, of course, because we want it all to blend in really nicely. And then I'm going to really focus on buffing it out and keep blending until your hand feels like it's gonna fall off, because that is gonna give it the most beautiful smoked out, just purple glamorous look that we are trying to achieve here. And a purple smoky eye is amazing for pretty much all skin tones and eye colors as well. Now I'm going to pop in a little bit of a black eyeshadow. I only had a Stila one, so use whatever black eyeshadow you have. Black is so basic, and I'm going to pretty much just focus that on the outer V, and I blended it out with a pencil brush, and now I am just taking that 217 and really buffing all the shades together. Love using the tape as a little guide slash barrier because you can blend against it, and then when you lift it up, it's going to be really smoky and gradient. I am going to conceal the under eye area now and really brighten everything up and focus on highlighting. I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and this is a new shade. It's the shade Porcelain, which is actually light enough for me, which is amazing because I love this concealer. There's a shade for every skin tone, and now there's a shade for us pale girls as well. And I'm just going to focus that underneath the eye area, a little on my chin, down the ridge of my nose, the center of my forehead, and then also above my lip, just to even out that under eye highlight. And I'm going to tap it out with my finger and then use the tip of the Damp Beauty Blender and buff it out some more. Also forgot to mention that this concealer is literally $2.50, like $2.50. It's super cheap and it is amazing. There's a shade for everyone, and I buy mine at ladymoss.com. I'll link everything down below for you. To set the under eye area, I'm going in with the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder and my Real Techniques setting brush, as always. It has a little sparkle in it, but it doesn't transfer to the skin. Now to focus on that lower lash line, I'm taking the shade Wisteria on my Flat Definer by Sigma, and then I'm going to press that into my lash line and blend it out with my Sigma pencil brush. To make everything a little bit more purple, I'm going back into the Jaclyn Hill palette and picking up the 4th shade from the left on the bottom row. I wish these shades had names because it would make it a lot easier to explain. I'm just going to press a little bit of that into my lash line as well and then blend it out with the same pencil brush. For this look, I wanted to do a winged liner because I personally love winged liner. I think it polishes off the look and it's super trendy right now. To do that, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Lacquer Liner in the shade Blackest Black. And it's a gel liner. It's in a little pot. It's really, really good. I also love the Maybelline Eye Studio in Blackest Black. Both are great, affordable drugstore options. And quite frankly, you do not need to spend a lot of money for a good gel liner. And to apply that, I'm using my Bdellium Tools 708 Bent Liner brush, which is really similar to the Makeup Geek one. They are both affordable brushes and they are all I use. So I will link my how-to winged liner video down below so you can see more in depth how I do that. Here's just a quick overview because we will be here all day if I showed you in real time how I do my winged liner. I went ahead and added some black eyeliner. I used the LA Girl Glide Gel Liner in the shade Very Black. It's my favorite one and it's really affordable. And I also kind of went a little bit below the waterline and smoked it out along my lower lash line. It's going to help this color pop really well. This is the 3rd color from the bottom of the Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette. It's pretty much an exact dupe for MAC Stars and Rockets. And if you do a black base underneath, it makes the shadow pop amazing. Now, of course, giving my lashes a coat of mascara, I'm using Maybelline's The Rocket Waterproof Mascara. You can use whatever you have. And now brushing up my brow hairs, I'm going to be doing my eyebrows. For my brows, I used the NYX Eyebrow Gel in Brunette, and I honestly did not like how it applied, so I did not show it. But moving on, now we are going to highlight the brow bone using the first shimmery shade in the Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette and the flat concealer brush by Sigma. And for lashes, I'm using Cocoa Lashes in the style Goddess, which are so popular and all the hype right now, and they are amazing. They're dupes for House of Lashes Iconic, which are kind of expensive. Now I'm going to bronze my skin while that lash glue dries because I need to stay occupied or I will try and stick it on right away. I'm using the e.l.f. Cosmetics bronzer in the shade Golden, I believe, and I'm focusing on those 3 darkest colors and just bronzing up my skin. The lash band on these ones are pretty thick, so I'm going to be applying it with some tweezers just to get them really, really close to my natural lashes. And I'm pretty much just pressing it down in the center and then pinning down the outer and inner edge. And just make sure the glue is really tacky because sometimes thicker band lashes are a little harder to apply, and that will make it a lot easier. Another trick I like to do is just press the end of the tweezer along that band so you can get it really close and make sure everything's stuck down and nothing's lifted up. And I'm going to apply a little mascara to the base of my lashes and then of course my lower lashes to balance everything out. Guys, I freaking love how fun these lashes are. I feel like everyone wears them, but they just look so sick on so many people. To conceal that lash band so there's no glue peeking through, I'm just taking my NYC liquid liner, which is what I always use. It dries matte and it's really easy to apply, and just running it along the lash band. To contour, this is the only non-affordable product I had in my video because the Pale Girl Struggle is the contour shade and MAC Harmony just works for me. So I'm just going to buff that in the hollows of my cheeks in upwards motions and really carve out those cheekbones. And then I'm going to add a little to my forehead too. And then you guessed it, so there are no harsh lines. I'm just going to buff everything together using my Real Techniques blush brush. Since the eyes are so bold, I'm going to be going in with a very soft, subtle blush. This is by e.l.f. and it's called Candid Coral. It's kind of more of a nude color, and I'm just going to be brushing that on the apples of my cheeks back into the bronzer. It has a slight sheen and shimmer to it, so it actually serves as a highlight as well. And I'm going to be skipping highlight. I know if you watch my videos, that's insane because I love to highlight like crazy. Now moving on to the lips, I'm going to line my lips using Colourpop Lippy Pencil in the shade Lumiere, which is probably my favorite color of all time. It looks beautiful with the matching lipstick, but it also looks really good with other colors too. For lipstick, I'm using the Maybelline matte lipstick in the shade Lust for Blush, which is this beautiful color, and to top it off, I'm using NYX Cosmetics Butter Gloss in the shade Meringue, which is one of my all-time favorites as well. Now I'm going in with makeup setting spray so my makeup is locked in and lasts all day and the look is complete. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial and I hope you learned something cool. As you can see, there are plenty affordable makeup options out there and available to you to get a very glamorous look. As always, thank you so much for watching and I will see you guys in my next video.